Welcome to Honey's Kitchen. We're making a Conecuh skillet. This recipe is so easy, y'all. I've got this big electric skillet. I usually cook with my cast iron, but for this recipe, I like to use this. It plugs in. I have a plug-in right here at the end of my bar. It's a one-pot dish. One thing to clean up, and it's so easy and tastes so good. I've already cut some Conecuh sausage. I've got my skillet warming, and I'm gonna just brown up my sausage first. You can do this just on your stovetop. Just get a large skillet that has a lid on it because you're going to want to be able to steam the broccoli that we're going to do a little bit later. While my sausage is browning, I'm going to go ahead and cut my broccoli off. You can use frozen broccoli if you want. Just know that it can kind of be a little mushy. I like using fresh broccoli just because it seems to be a little bit firmer. And if you've watched one of my videos, then you saw what problem I have with broccoli and how I always soak it first. And using your kitchen shears is so easy and so fast. So I've got a few more clusters that I'm going to divide up, and then I'm going to put my water, my salt, and my vinegar in here to soak it so no one's eating larvae today. My broccoli's soaking. My sausage is getting a good brown on it. Still not 100% ready yet, but I'm going to start cutting up some yellow potatoes, some golden potatoes. I've already washed these. Just going to give them just a little bit of a cut. Don't want them super, super small. About this size. My sausage looks good and brown. I'm going to take this out and put it in a bowl with some paper towels on the bottom just so it can kind of drain the grease. And I'm going to leave some of the grease that's in the pan because once I finish dicing my potatoes, I'm going to kind of fry my potatoes, so soften them up a little bit in this Conecuh grease before I add everything else back in along with my broccoli. I'm going to start out with this amount of potatoes. It's maybe a little bit less than a 5-pound bag. I tend to sometimes cut way too many potatoes. Anything that I'm making that has potatoes, whether it be putting on the stove to boil for mashed potatoes or potato salad, I always do way too much. So I'm going to start out with this and see it potentially is already way too much. Got my skillet. You can see the smoke. It's actually super hot now. And forgot to do this one. It was hiding. I'm not going to put any seasoning in this right now. I want my potatoes to soften just a little bit. If I do it now, chances are as I'm stirring this, it's going to get all the spices off anyway. So I usually like to wait to season until my potatoes are a little bit softened. Just getting all that good Conecuh grease over as much of my potatoes as I can, just to help season as well. You guys, if you have never eaten Conecuh or you don't cook with Conecuh, you are missing out. Conecuh is one of my favorite sausages, smoked sausages. I absolutely love it. We eat it. Sometimes I'll cut it up and fry it and we'll eat it for breakfast. Sometimes we'll put it on a homemade roll and we'll have like sausage dogs, like hot dogs using the Conecuh sausage. It's so good. And this flavors this dish really, really well. I'm going to put the lid on this so it'll go ahead and cook and keep all the steam, all the heat inside here. I'm going to check on my potatoes, give them a stir, and I've diced up an onion that I'm going to add. This bag of onions that I bought, the last, I don't know how many recipes that I've made and used onion, has burned the fire out of my eyes. It's very fragrant. All right, going to cover it, cook a little bit longer, then I'll add some spices. Starting to look good. I'm going to put a little spices now. Some smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. When my youngest son had his tonsils taken out, when he woke up from surgery, he kept saying he wanted the eggs with the red sprinkles. And my husband and I were like, what is he talking about? What? And it took us forever. But finally, before we made it home, we were like, oh, he's talking about deviled eggs. And that makes sense. The eggs with the red sprinkles. And he was only like 5, y'all. So that's hilarious. My sweet baby wanted some eggs with the red sprinkles. And then slap your mama. Slap your mama. If you haven't tried this, this is like one of the best seasonings. I love this and I love Tony's. This has salt, pepper, red pepper, or black pepper, red pepper, and granulated garlic. I use this all the time. So sprinkle some of this on there. We don't need a ton because the Conecuh sausage is spicy in itself. Give this a little stir. And then I'm going to add in my broccoli. I keep having these runaway onions. You want to get these potatoes super coated in all this goodness. Put my broccoli in. We'll let my broccoli start to get kind of soft. And then we'll add a little bit of salt too. Sometimes potatoes will really, really soak up the salt. I don't want super big hunks, but I want it to be done. All right, pop my lid on and get this cooking a little bit longer. Check on my broccoli. I am going to add a little bit of water just so it has water in here where it's going to steam to cook my broccoli before my potatoes are mush. Yeah, looks good. Do some salt and pepper. And just going to cook it just a tad longer where our sausage is warmed up. I think our sausage should be heated up enough. I'm going to add some shredded cheese. So let that melt for just a second. Then we'll taste. So a little potato, a little broccoli, and sausage. So good. Just for a one-pot meal. This is the only thing I have to clean up. And you can put whatever you want to really in it, any kind of vegetables that you would like. So, who's stopping by to taste and clean up? Thanks for stopping by Honey's Kitchen.